This new guard build has me dribbling like the best players in the game, and it has me greening contested shot after contested shot after contested shot. If you're looking to dominate and score every single possession, then you've came to the right place. Subscribe now to guarantee you'll be the #1 player in the park with this build. At least that's what worked for me. I subbed on my Solo Hoops account. You guys might be thinking, what is my Solo Hoops account? I have a new NBA channel where I talk hoops every single day, so click the link in the description and be one of the first subs, but only if you actually watch the NBA, because we don't want any inactive subscribers over there. When you guys sign up on Underdog Fantasy using code SOLO, you will get specials like these ones. All Underdog Fantasy is it's higher or lower on your favorite players' player stats. Obviously, Damian Lillard averages like 26, 27 points per game, so this is a special right here, 21.5 points. That's an easy higher. And then I pair it with a few other picks that I like De'Aaron Fox to score over 25.5 points and Sengun to get 10 rebounds. As you guys can see, if I put $10, I would win 60. That would 3x my money. But let's say I added 2 more picks, and let's add Kawhi and let's add Paul George first quarter points. They have a lot of options. You can do first quarter, first half sometimes. Now 10 wins $200. So you can 20x your money just by getting 5 picks correct. Matter of fact, I'm gonna lock this in right here, $10 to win 60 with the Damian Lillard special. Of course, use code SOLO to get specials like these. The Super Bowl is on February 11th. If you guys are seeing this before the Super Bowl starts, make sure to get on Underdog and get some picks in. And one of my favorite parts about Underdog is the draft. Sign up on Underdog Fantasy today. Use code SOLO to double your first deposit up to $100. What's up, guys? It's Solo back with another video. Now today I'm obviously going to be showing you guys how to make the best small guard build in the game. If you want the best offensive build in the entire game for guards, then you guys have came to the right place. As you guys will see, this build is going to be able to dribble at the highest level, pass like no other, and hit shots like you're Stephen Curry. So without further ado, let's get into it. And it's going to say, do you want to make a rebirth build? If you guys already have this done, then yes, you want to make this a rebirth build. But if this is your first build ever, then you're not going to have this quest. Basically, if you have another build already that's a 90 overall or higher, you talk to Ronnie in the city and you easily complete this rebirth quest, and it's a no-brainer because you can start at a 90 overall instead of an 85, and you start at silver badges instead of bronze. So yes, make this a rebirth build. You have unlimited rebirth. And I know what some of you guys might be thinking, because if you go to the community builds and you put in whatever handiness, you guys will see right here I have a community guard build in the game. And what I want to say to y'all about this build right here is it is a very good balanced build that is not great at anything, but it's just kind of well-rounded. One of the major complaints that I had on this build was that it is a point guard with pretty much no pass accuracy. You guys can see a 62 pass accuracy, which you can get by with a 62 pass accuracy, but this new build I'm going to show you today has an insane pass accuracy. So you guys want to create your own, and then for the handiness, you could pick whatever. If you usually make lefty builds or righty, it doesn't matter. I go with righty, and then jersey number, put whatever you guys want. We of course are making a point guard today. If you guys really want, you can make it a shooting guard, but I don't know why you would. So we're going to go with point guard. And again, I've said this in pretty much all my build videos. Position doesn't change anything attribute wise. The only thing that affects attributes, badges, all of that is your height, your weight, and your wingspan. So point guard, that's like pretty much as a label. The position is just a label. We're going to go with point guard. As I said before, we are making an offensive minded point guard. I'm gonna tell y'all now, we're not going to be insane on defense, but that's okay, because in most modes, if you're playing 3s, or even if you're playing 2s, or you're playing rec or pro-am, you have some defenders on your team. And at the highest level of this game, like I'm talking about the stage or wagers when people are playing for money, the point guard is never on defense guarding the other ball handler. There's a lockdown on the court for that. Or if you guys just play casually, your teammate, whoever's playing the 2, probably has some defense on his build. Just put him on the ball. Now I will say, if you guys go like 6 foot flat or 6'1", 6'2", these are a little bit short and you're really not stopping anything. So today we are going to go 6'4", because we're still going to be able to get some stops with this. We're not too short. And also offensively, I get all the attributes that I want at this height. I don't think the weight matters too much, because I think if you're like 205 pounds, don't quote me on it, but I think you could still get the same attributes that I get at 185. I go 185, but I don't think it matters too much. And then for the wingspan, we're going to go with a 6'8" wingspan. Now we have the most important part of the video, and that is going to be the attribute screen. It's very easy to mess up your build this year. Y'all got to lock in. I spent hours perfecting this build so that y'all don't have to mess up your build if you're copying this build. I know some of y'all are just interested to see what I did and what I cooked up with this 6'4", and you're not actually going to copy it. Like I said, this is an offensive minded guard. This is the build that I use on the 3 score in the 2K League $50,000 tournament. The second weekend I streamed it. Some of y'all might have been in the stream. This was the build that I was using. So first things first, we want to put our 3-pointer all the way up to a 94 3-point. Now you guys can see limitless range is bronze at a 91, but if we go to 92, we have silver limitless range. And gold's a little bit expensive at a 96 3-pointer. Trust me, you're fine with silver. With a 94 3-pointer, you're gonna have a higher 3-pointer than pretty much every build in the game. And at a 94, we get gold agent 3, and we get a bunch of Hall of Fame badges down here. Trust me, this build shoots lights out. I'll pop up some clips right now, but trust me, bro, y'all don't need any higher of a 3-point than this with gold agent 3, gold blinders, gold Deadeye, silver limitless range, gold catch a shoot, gold green machine, and then all of the extra Hall of Fame badges like corner specialist, open looks, all that, bro. You are not missing unless you just are absolutely terrible at the game. Next up, we're gonna go to our ball handle, and since we are a small guard and we want to be able to score in every single possession, we gotta be able to dribble. So we're going 95 ball handle. We're gonna be able to get every single dribble move in the game. Speed with ball determines your dribble style, and the best dribble style in the game for short guards is Kyrie Irving, and you need 90 speed of ball in order to get that. So we're gonna go to 90 now. I know what some of you guys might be thinking, especially if you're, you know, heavy into 2K, or you know all the cutoffs or different badges and stuff like that. If I go to 91 speed of ball, I would be able to get Hall of Fame speed booster, but I've heard from a lot of the top guards that it is unnecessary. It does help a little bit, but trust me, when you see everything else in the build, there's really nothing that we can, you know, lower. Like, unless you want to go lower in the 3-point for Hall of Fame speed booster, which I don't really recommend. It's just kind of hard to get. So we're gonna go with 90. We're gonna get gold speed booster, which is still great. We're gonna get all the dribble moves in the game. Trust me, this is fine. Since we're in the playmaking section, like I said before, we are gonna have a high pass accuracy on this build, because on all my other builds, pretty much, I don't think I have any build that's over like a 70 or an 80 maybe. I think maybe I have a build with an 80 pass accuracy. I don't even use that build. All my builds have like a mad low pass accuracy, and it kind of is noticeable. All these guards, all these YouTubers that come out with the pass accuracy of a 63, like, yeah, that works, but it's not effective. What I did on this build is I went all the way up to an 89 pass accuracy, and with this, you can get every single pass style in the game. The best pass style is Tyrese Halliburton, so make sure y'all put that on. I'm gonna show y'all all of my animations at the end of the video, which is something that I usually don't do, so sub up if you guys haven't. Drop a like, because I'm plugging y'all today. Next up, let's do our finishing, and we are gonna put our driving dunk up to a 70, which is a perfect number because it is not too high, but it's also not too low. And with a 70 driving dunk, we are going to be able to get a ton of very good solid dunk packages. We're not going to be getting like contact dunks, but to be honest with y'all, if you're interested in that, I don't even recommend it, because with this build, we're sparking threes, we're dribbling, and we can still finish decently. Like, bro, I don't recommend contact dunks because those are pretty much forcing you to take a bad shot, and a lot of the times you miss. But trust me, with the dunk packages I'm gonna put y'all onto at the end of the video, you do not need to waste your attributes and get a 94 driving dunk. Next up, I'm gonna put my standing dunk up to a 45. I say this in all my build videos. If you are not putting your standing dunk at a 45 on every single build, all of your builds should have this, because this allows you to get the minimum, you know, dunk packages for standing dunks, and this is all you need. If you don't have a 45, let's say you have a 44, you can't equip the lowest standing dunk packages, so you can't get standing dunks. But if you go to just a 44, which is so cheap, look, my potential overall on the top is a 95. Look, it goes up to a 96 barely. Like, I could probably max this out. Yeah, I'm still a 96 potential overall on top. Like, it is very cheap to put this to a 45. It is an absolute no-brainer. Again, at the end of the video, when I'm done with this, I'll show you how to put on those standing dunk animations. Let's go down to our physicals, and we're gonna put our stamina up to a 99. This is a no-brainer for a build like this, because we are gonna get Hall of Fame handles for days. I know a lot of y'all trying to make a guard build, you want to be able to dribble. This badge is going to be so clutch in a game where it's already tough to hit shots when you're tired. Handles for days will help you hit those shots. It'll help you to reduce that stamina loss. You're going to maintain stamina a lot when you're dribbling. Now, this part right here at the end of the build creation is where you guys can go different from what I did and possibly make a better build. Now, you guys see on the right hand side, speed booster, you got to go to a 92 speed, and you need that 91 speed with ball in order to get it. But if we go up to a 92 speed, you guys see the speed of ball is grayed out. I can't go any higher on that. And it's like, what do you want to bring down? Because all of these upgrades are very important. I can't really bring any of them down. So on my build, what I did was I kept the 92 speed, excel, I kept that up. We get silver blow by with that. And speed, of course, matters because you want to move as fast as possible. Speed of ball also helps you with that. And then with the remaining attributes, I put this on free throw, because I know a lot of y'all play rec, a lot of y'all play pro am. You are not missing with a 95 free throw. You guys are gonna have gold free points. And then to finish finish it off, I put my standing dunk to a 46. So this is the build right here. Sub up if you guys haven't. If you skipped to this part of the video, I'm putting y'all on. I am plugging y'all with the best build in the game, at least offensively. And again, if you skip to this part of the video and you're looking at the defense and you're saying, bro, what is this? You are not getting a stop with this. You're kind of right. I mean, if I'm playing a bot, I can get a stop. But like I said, in no competitive setting does the point guard guard the other point guard. There's always a lockdown on the team, or you should just be playing with a teammate with some defense on his build. So what you do is you have your teammate guard the ball and you go and guard the corner. It's very simple. That's what all of the most competitive players do. That's what the stage players do. That's what the best pro-am players do. That's what the 2K League players do. Trust me, you're fine with this. And I already know. I'm going to see the comments, and I get it in all the videos like this where I make a short guard build, but the real ones know. Now, like I said, y'all can go differently, and this is how I would do it. So in order to get silver blow by, you need that 73 Excel. So we're going to make sure we have that. But for the speed, we can have this at an 86 because that's where we get gold speed booster. So by going up to a 92, which I had it at, we're not getting any extra badges. Again, the way I did it, you all just saw it. But if you keep it like this for the speed and acceleration, you can now upgrade more things. You want to go for perimeter defense, you could get this up to a 73. I don't really know why you would do that. I mean, you could get challenger at 71. If you guys want to upgrade steal, it'll only go to a 48, so that's kind of pointless. Interior defense is always cheap, so we should be able to max this out. Yeah, we can. But again, we're a 6'4" guard. I don't know if we necessarily need that, so we're going to take that off. If you're somebody that loves to take mid-ranges, you could increase this, but I mean, I think you're fine at a 79, but this could get kind of glitchy right here. I personally never take mid-range. It's pretty much just a 3-point shot, or I'm dunking the ball, or I'm passing with an 89 pass accuracy, or with these extra attributes, you could possibly go higher on the driving dunk. We can get an 80 driving dunk, 83. If we got to 84, that would have been pretty glitchy because I think that's the minimum for the lowest contact dunks, or at least you get some good dunk packages at 84. I know you do. I wonder if we lower the free throw though, because what could the free throw go to? Okay, this is actually a finesse right here. Look, 84 driver. This might be the move. You're not gonna have much of a free throw. You're gonna have a 72, and then I guess, wait, hold on, we could take that down. You know what, we're just gonna put the rest on standing dunk. So you could do this. This is the second variation of the build. This is not the variation of the build that I went with. Again, this is the variation with less speed and less acceleration, but the driving dunk is higher. I might have just cooked, but again, this is the variation of the build that I made. And if we click A to continue, we will be able to see our shades. We'll be able to see our NBA player comparisons. We got Steve Nash, Damian Lillard, and Stephen Curry. Bro, when I saw this, I was like, that is crazy because that's just glitchy. Like, three of the best point guards of all time. Exactly the type of build that I'm trying to make. And on the thumbnail of this video, I mean, I'm putting Steph Curry on the shades. I'm putting Damian Lillard. I know usually it's clickbait. You just put like some crazy names like MJ, LeBron, Kobe. Nah, this thumbnail is legit. And the build name's low-key crazy too. We have built a playmaking perimeter creator. I don't look at build names too much, but I've never seen somebody with the build name playmaking perimeter creator. I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure you guys have probably seen it before maybe, but I haven't. For those of you that like the build names a lot, you want a unique build name, this is it. And just to show y'all, if you do change the position of this build, you can get, you know, the same build but different shades. So I would not recommend doing this, but it is interesting to see. We get shades of Colin Sexton, Del Curry, and Anthony Simons if we go with a shooting guard. And you can even make this build as a small forward. I'm not really sure why you would do that, but it's interesting to see the shades. We have Wally Zerbiak, Bojan Bogdanovic, and RJ Barrett. So I mean, when we talk about the shades, the point guard position easily had the best shades for this build. Now we have a part of the video that I usually don't include, so again, sub up, drop a like, turn on notice because I'm plugging y'all today. I'm going to show y'all all of my animations, starting with the dunks. These are very important. You guys can see I have no 2-foot dunks equipped. These are a lot slower. The 1-foot dunks are better. I have hangs, and you want to go with athletic hangs off one, which you can get at a 65 plus driving dunks, 45 plus vertical. Then the standing dunks, as I told y'all, 45 plus standing dunks. You can see the requirement in the bottom right hand corner. That's all you need. For the two hand, you could get it at a 40, but to be honest, the one hand is better. So even if you don't want to put on the two hand, I mean, you don't have to. The one hand is the one that's really the best. They're both good though, but make sure you have this on, because just because you have a 45 standing dunk, it's not really going to do anything if you don't have the animations on. So make sure that you guys put that on, and then go to the signature dunks and get signature dunk Klay Thompson. This one is very glitchy, and I'm pretty sure, oh, we also have pro alley-oops, which at first I didn't even know that I would get that when I was making this build. It's just kind of a perk of having it. I don't recommend you put on like flashy park dunks because those get blocked a lot. So those are the dunks that I'm running on this build. And now for the dribble moves, I always post separate dribble moves videos. So I mean, y'all can go watch that if you want an exact dribble tutorial to really learn how to go crazy, combo up, and just score every single time. I'll put a link to that in the description. But make sure you guys put on pass style Tyrese Halliburton, which you get at an 89 plus pass accuracy. This is the best pass style in the game. You're gonna throw passes so fast with that on. And then these SIGs, I mean, y'all can copy them down. Kyrie dribble style, make sure that you have that on. Steve Francis SIG size up, that's a very important one. What else is important? Kemba escape moves, you're definitely going to want that on. You could also go with, you know, Trae Young, but I don't know, I go with Kemba. It doesn't matter too much. You actually want to put on the John Wall crossover, not De'Aaron Fox. Behind the back, Jamal Murray is so glitchy. And then step back, Stephen Curry, those are the most important ones. Put those on, it's time to go crazy. Now for the jump shot that I use, this, you need to be a starter 3, but it's the best jump shot in the entire game. It is so fast, and a lot of people green crazy contest with it. And it's going to be Patty Mills with Oscar Robertson as both upper releases on full speed. You guys can see in the bottom right hand corner, A+ release height. You shoot over everybody with this A+ release speed. Nobody is going to be able to close out in time. But this is one of the jump shots that you get at starter 3 rep in those secret signature animations, you know, package that they give you as a reward. So one that I might use if I am not starter 3, which a lot of you guys probably aren't, is possibly this John Stockton jumper. This is the one that I used to use before, but another one that's very good that a lot of people prefer and like to use is Stephen Curry. So try out this Stephen Curry base, of course, full speed. And this is the blending for the releases that I would go with. I like Sexton and Robertson for this jump shot. So there it is, the best point guard build in the game. And again, I'm putting a link in the description to my brand new NBA channel. It's called Solo Hoops. Be one of the first subs if you watch basketball, because if you don't, we don't want any inactive subs over there. So don't even bother checking it out.